Okay.
Part 2.
Part 2. Here we
Ben,
go.
do you feel like we're a good team?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that we're pretty good with our finances when it comes to the channel?
I think we're pretty good with the finances here and there.
You feel pretty united?
Yeah,
like a sense of unity when it comes to our
Yeah, I feel like we're pretty united. Yeah.
our dynamic.
Yeah. We unify each other.
We don't charge people much for perks. Heck, here we are going forward with the podcast a week later for the public.
Yeah. No, I see where this is going, by the way.
You wouldn't dare do that to our stockholders.
Oh, God.
Well, I would.
Oh, my God. Oh,
well, something's been kicking up a fuss in the gaming world.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's go over with we'll start with the big thing here, right? Unity. Oh, Unity.
I think I heard a gunshot in the distance somewhere.
Oh my God, it's dead. No. Look. I don't want to be doom and gloom here, right? Because we'll lay it out as it is, right? Like, we'll start with how they addressed it first. Okay. So for people who don't know, Unity is a very big video games engine that is used to make a lot of indie devs use Unity to create video games, right?
There's a lot
of games. Hollow Knight was made on Unity. I think Silk Song's on Unity.
Pokemon Go, the Hoyoverse games, Cuphead, I think was also a Unity game as well.
I think Cuphead was Unity.
Fall Guys is also Unity, and Among Us as well.
And Among Us is Unity as well, yeah. So there are a lot, and also like I think Team Aggro Crab's new game, which actually looks really good, called Another Crab's Treasure, which is a Dark Souls crab game, and it looks absolutely amazing.
That sounds fucking amazing.
Don't you remember you saw? I think you saw. Don't you remember you saw it, or have you not seen it yet?
I don't think I have seen it, but
you
you
have to look it
immediately
up.
sold me with that description alone.
It looks so good, mate, honestly. It looks like wacky Dark Souls crab game.
Nice. Crab battle champs got to go elsewhere, it seems.
So yeah, anyway, but Aggro Crab and a lot of like cool like indie developers use Unity. So Unity decided that they wanted to change their policies so that they could basically milk I mean, there's really no other way of putting this. They basically want to milk their indie devs for their money by counting, instead of cutting it like a percentage of, you know, like how you would draw a deal or something, like we'll take 4% of your earnings or whatever. Oh, no. They went a step way above that and said, we will take 20, I think it was 20p if you're on the lowest tier. We will take 20p for every install after you hit install. Yeah. Like, you install the game. Not even if you play it. Like, you install the game.
If you installed it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you install the game, they take 20p if you hit a certain threshold. I think it was like 200,000 install. After 200,000 installs and 200, I think it was like 200, I'm not sure the exact number, but it was around 200,000 pounds or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't take a maths genius to realise that 20p per sometimes more than tens of thousands, millions of users is a lot of fucking money, and it's coming from the developers.
Yeah,
as well.
So that
the studios.
Was like the original like pitch, right? And of course that went down like absolute fire. So they had like a massive backlash of indie developers like posting notes on Twitter X saying
they're getting hurt the most, and
they're getting hurt the most. That this is
almost a fatal hole in their wallets.
Yeah,
if,
and it is.
It,
and like then the water wasn't clear either, because like people post their games like demos. They put onto the Xbox Game Pass that would count. And then they had like, you know, like it's very easy to rack up that number. Like that is not a hard number to hit if you're selling your game, right? So obviously a lot of people weren't happy with that. And then after all this went down, they clarified and said demos won't count. And there was all this whole talk about they were saying it was gonna be retroactive as well at one point, where it was like games that are already on Unity and stuff will be counted as well. And then it was like, if it's per game or the rest of your life you'll have to pay, sort of thing. There was all these like questions, and so they tried to clarify stuff. It just did not sit well.
Not very
because
well.
It just went down like a hot air balloon. So much so that they actually got death threats and had to shut down their offices.
Apparently it's from within the company as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was from actually people, employees who worked at Uni and not from game devs. And
yeah.
From what I've heard.
So a bunch of people at Unity actually didn't want this to go ahead. They told them it would be disastrous. But
lo and behold,
they still went ahead with it because they want to appease the shareholders of a company. And they're so damn greedy that they couldn't see how this is such a disaster. It's not a good idea.
There's been so much riffraff and back and forth and fucking God knows, because it's been making some massive ripples through the gaming world, but they've been going back and forth with so much of like, you know, like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. Hi everyone, we've heard your questions and feedbacks, aka screams of bloody murder. And we're gonna answer as soon as possible. It's gonna be okay. We want to.
So where they're at
I think how they worded it was, we want to acknowledge the confusion and frustration, quote unquote.
It's like,
after we announced the policy. I'm just gonna clarify a few things. It did not help at all.
No. So where they're at right now, literally what you said. Apology. That's all they've said, like on the matter right now. So people are waiting.
Anything. From, I think they announced it on 12th of September.
Yeah.
They went radio silent for almost a week before they recently came out and said, we apologize for the confusion.
Yeah.
We're going to sort it out. Don't worry about it. We've got this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
so
such
now
a
we
mess.
just got to wait for the changes and see if they've learned their lesson from that insane blowback that this got, because holy mother of Mary.
It literally killed the company. Their stock tanked so hard. Yeah. I didn't even know, but I actually didn't know. I only found out due to this, that the person... Now, I'm not saying it's actually his fault, but the person who ran EA for a bunch of years is now the person who's like one of the top people at Unity. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And that guy, like... He thought it would be a good idea to charge people money for bullets in a video game.
I remember that. Was that an offhand comment or was he being serious?
I have no idea if he's actually being serious.
I honestly dread to think when he's behind a name like EA, to be honest.
Yeah, so that was terrifying.
Bound to air out a few collars with a statement like that with a company of that name.
Yeah.
But yikes, yeah.
He also said, he also actually did say people who don't monetize their games are fucking stupid. That was, quote, what he said. So, that was bad. He didn't say fucking, but he said stupid. But I basically what he meant.
Still a nice slap to the face, though.
Yeah, not nice. Not a nice person generally, but not just him. It's like the top people at Unity are making these decisions. So it ain't purely it's not just him. He's not the pure target of the whole thing, but Yeah,
I don't know all the ins and outs of video game engine businesses and what things go through, and obviously appeasing game devs as well as company shareholders and all that stuff. So they've said that they've heard us and they apologize and they're talking about things. So at this point in time, we just got to sit here and wait
and see if there's an update.
What happens. Yeah, because they've definitely seen all of the outcry online.
God, yeah, they have.
The devs of I think Cult of the Lamb are threatening to take the game down in January.
That was a joke. But they said that was a joke.
Was it?
But they said that to get their point across of how pissed off they were.
A joke, fretting jokingly.
Yeah, fretting.
A joke for it.
Yeah, a joke for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were really angry though. They even put like a note like on their thing and everything. Like a bunch of other developers did. There were so many notices coming up. I saw so many splash
There's been a lot of snark for a lot of game devs, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. So that was Unity. Other sad things that happened in the games industry over the course of while I've been away. You know the guy who does, I mean you saw this was ages ago, but Kazuya Kaneko did NFTs recently.
Kaneko?
Yeah, Kaneko.
Oh fuck me. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, I was hoping this wasn't gonna get brought up.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's sad. There's been a lot of discussion and debate as to whether Kaneko is actually aware of what NFTs are and what they do. He might have just been commissioned.
How they harm a lot. But there's also been a camp that says that he knows exactly what he's doing as well.
Oh, that's sad. I really hope it's just that he's commissioned.
I don't know what is true and what isn't.
Man just want to make hoping
it's just a one-off, because I do love Kazuya Kaneko's art. This is the Shin Megami Tensei artist, by the way.
Yeah,
he's the one who makes all the demons that you see for Persona.
Yeah.
And a lot of the characters, he did the characters design for Persona 1 and 2, and a lot of the very old retro SMT games as well. Yeah. Man is 59 now, I think. In fact, I think today is actually, or yesterday was his actual birthday.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh,
yeah, it's just a shame because people don't really know.
His birthday's the same day as me?
Maybe.
Holy shit.
I've actually looked it up. Let me look it up quickly, actually.
Oh, that's hilarious. Hey.
Well, yeah, it's a shame because I love Kaneko's art.
Is that true?
So to see his art sort of get slightly poisoned by NFTs of all things is a bit depressing to see, to be honest.
Yeah, it's quite sad.
20th of September, it's today.
Oh, it's
one
the
day
20th.
off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, it is quite sad, honestly. That
it was for like a board game or a card game?
I think it was like some Alice in Wonderland thing or something.
Yeah. It's Alice in Wonderland. It's inspired by Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, inspired by Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Like he's got a white-haired Ozzy Osbourne on the front cover, and it just says in like horrible highlights: Kazuya Kaneko, Job Tribes, NFT. Like it's a big celebration.
It's not. Did Japan think NFTs are differently out there or something? I don't understand it.
I don't know, but it's sad because Kaneko has been away for years, and he's finally come back, and it's a fucking blockchain game.
I know.
With NFTs, and it's don't know whether it's intentional, whether he knows what he's doing, or whether he's just out of touch because he's 59, doesn't know what he's doing, or no, it's because he's that age, he knows exactly what he's doing. It's like, yeah, you don't really want to know about the cool uncle from years ago. It's like rolling back up, doing some weird blockchain thing.
The sad thing is the art looks pretty cool.
Move along, it sucks to see.
Yeah.
It's to see it weighted in the pyramid scheme of all things.
I know.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad as well because it kind of hurts anyone's reputation, especially in this day and age when they work on NFTs.
It does. It actually does hurt people's reputation when they work on it. The only person I'd say who could get away with working on NFTs and its reputation would be fine Joko Taro.
Not even.
Probably not, but
no,
I just need money.
Man's hilarious and a nut. He's a great nut, but he's not immoral.
Nah, probably not.
He would lose a lot of credibility if he cited NFT stuff.
So
like, I don't even want him to take the piss out of it. I just want him to stay. I just want people to stay the fuck away from these fucking stupid pyramid schemes.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So
because they ain't fun.
Yeah, they're not good. I don't agree with them either. They're just like the biggest cons in the world.
Almost a decade, man.
Yeah, that's sad.
Like, we want to see an actual game.
Yeah.
With Kaneko art. We don't want this fucking blockchain bullshit.
Yeah.
Because, like, as nice as the artwork is, it's completely tarnished by what it stands for.
Yeah, I know.
It's sad. It's really upsetting.
I know, it is. So, other big news that happened while I was away. Charles Martinet steps down as Mario.
Oh, have we not talked about that yet? How long has it been?
Yeah, it's been a bit, mate. Charles Martinet steps down as Mario.
Yep. And he's now Mario
The ambassador of Mario.
What does that mean?
Do you
what
know
does that mean?
It sounds so...
Because he already goes to cons and does signing, which I think is what ambassador sounds for.
Basically.
Like, does he just walk around and he's like, oh, I'm the old voice of Mario.
I will do the Mario voices for you. Honestly.
Officially.
Okay. So, to me, this sounds like, look, we don't want to hurt Charles Martinet's feelings, but like, we need a new voice for Mario now.
Let's give him this fake job.
Let's give him this job where he goes to cons for us. He just celebrates Mario with the fans, and we get a new person in to take on the role of Mario. That way, we're not burning any bridges. You know, they even had a video where it was like Shigeru Miyamoto. Like, I don't know if you saw the video. It happened on, like, a couple of weeks ago, but Shigeru Miyamoto came out and he was like, I'm really pleased to welcome Charles Martinet as the ambassador of Mario. And then Charles Martinet was speaking and stuff, and he's like, I'm going to be at the cons and all sorts of thing. And Shigeru Miyamoto was like, yeah, I called him Charles' son and stuff, so it was like really sweet. But you know, like, it's basically like, it feels like it's a fake job, but it's not. I guess it is a real job, but
they've not really talked about what it actually is.
It just goes to cons, and it's just Mario's voice at the cons.
It's a little bit like, what actually is a Mario ambassador? It's a bit confusing, and we talked about this before on Phoenix Wright, but there's also the fact that the actual voice actor for Mario the new one has not been named or confirmed.
And
not revealed who it actually is, and we said that there have been so many Mario noises throughout the ages now. It's enough to actually make an AI, and I hope to God that is not the case.
Well,
and I also hope to God that the case that Charles Martinet stepped down isn't because of his health.
Oh God, because, I don't want him.
I hope the guy is okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like they both come to a nice agreement.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo and Charles Martinet. Yeah. There seems to be no bad blood at all between Nintendo and Charles. So I just hope to God that it's not due to. I mean, if it is due to Charles Martinet's health, then it makes sense as to why he's stepping down. But I also hope he's not going through health stuff either, because it's Charles Martinet. He's a fucking voice of Mario since Mario 64, and he's he embodies the happiest wahoo man in video gaming.
He really does.
Dude's a paragon of positivity in video games. Yeah. So it'd be really sad to hear news that he's not doing so hot.
Oh no.
But I hope this Mario ambassador job is not a credible job, but a job that even if it's not a job, I just hope that Charles is doing stuff that is still keeping him happier.
Yeah.
Still keeping the wahoo Yahoo Mario vibes in him.
Yeah. Exactly.
So long, gay Bowser. So long, gay Nintendo.
Yeah. So they said recently that about the new voice of Mario, they said you have to play Mario Wonder and see it in the credits for yourself to find out.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So someone's just going to play the game and then just screenshot the credits on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll know once Mario Wonder's out.
So basically. That will be our confirm.
Yeah, if it's AI. It'll be AI Mario. No, that would be so
could
sad.
you imagine? Artificial intelligence in the credits.
Under
Mario's name would make me jump out a fucking window.
Oh, no. That'd be so sad.
I wouldn't be angry. I would be more sad.
I'll be disappointed.
And angry if I saw that. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see that pinned to Mario's name.
Yeah, no,
but I'm gonna take this as a grain of salt. I'm hoping it's a human being.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is.
Probably not AI. They wouldn't do it to Mario.
Also, it does bring up the question though, because obviously Charles Martinet voiced Luigi, Wario, and all of those guys.
Waluigi, all the
Are they gonna
Arios and
have
Luigis.
Individual voices now, individual people voicing those people?
Good question.
Because I actually don't know.
They all have different voice actors.
Because Luigi Mansion 2, right? I noticed during the Nintendo Direct that happened, there was no voice clips for Luigi in Luigi Mansion 2 Remake.
Oh, that's an eyebrow raiser.
I was like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything. So I was
Was there seriously no Luigi
nope, you go
voice
back
clips
and look.
whatsoever?
God,
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I noticed it. Yeah.
We're so used to watching Nintendo Directs, and I think we've heard the Mario and Luigi noises so many damn times that we just it just automatically plays in our heads even when it doesn't.
There was no Luigi sounds during that Luigi Mansion 2 trailer. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so that's interesting. I forgot to put a comment on that because I only realised it after. I was like, oh, yeah, that is weird. But yeah. Okay, so other things.
Interesting.
Other things. Miyazaki had an interview, and he said that.
Which one? Which Miyazaki? There's a lot of big Miyazakis walking about now.
Elden Ring Miyazaki.
All right.
I don't know if this is taken out of translation context or not. But he did say, I mean, you heard this in like, I think I pointed this out to you as well. Like, and people were like saying, wait, did he just confirm like there's a sequel to Elden Ring?
Oh, that honestly just feels so.
It could be taken out of context.
Yeah, you can take that
or like mistranslation.
It
could be But he did. But in that interview, he said he wanted to explore other parts of the lore in other games.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird quote, but like, was that? But the fact that I don't think Miyazaki speaks English, he's always got to translate on stage.
I
and whatnot.
feel like what he meant.
So you could argue that maybe it was mistranslated, maybe they just translated it in that way to get clicks, because you know what these game articles are like.
It's true.
Maybe it's just not. You could easily take that out of context as well. It doesn't feel like a direct confirmation. No, I don't think it was a direct. By it at all.
I feel like maybe he meant
you just
DLCs.
hear rumors, and you think, oh well, if it's not like a confirmation, but I'm not really gonna get excited unless the rumors are from a credible source.
I feel like maybe he meant DLCs. Maybe he just meant DLCs, but that's
what I was thinking, because we got Shadows of the Erdtree coming out. Yeah. Maybe he just classifies the DLCs as another game. Yeah. Because they might very well be, from what we've heard of news on Shadows of the Erdtree in the past.
It seems pretty big content-wise, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, it's a big expansion from what people are saying.
Yeah, they call it expansion, not DLC or whatever. Okay, so there's that. That was cool.
It was also Miyazaki's birthday a little bit ago too.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Oh, happy birthday to him. Oh, well, for now it's a bit late, but happy birthday, Miyazaki. PSN's going up £10 in the UK.
Yep, I've already cancelled it.
Oh mate, honestly,
instant cancellation. It's too much. I know prices are going up everywhere, but like when I want my escapism, I don't really want to pay a fucking ridiculous amount for it, if that makes any sense. Like, yes, of course, Sony, but Sony are huge now, and honestly, I'm just struggling to survive as is, so that was an instant cancellation for me.
Honestly, that is too much. When
was the last time I used PS Plus anyway, for online play? All my online play is on Steam and on the Switch, so which I'm already paying online for Nintendo, so I don't really want to pay for 2 online outlets.
And it's not looking great, right? I mean, like, they're raising the price as well. They're raising the price, but they're not raising the content. Do you know what I mean? Like, the content does not justify the price raise.
There's not really anything new to compensate for the price raise, which isn't even like minuscule. It's quite massive. Substantial, actually.
£10 is a lot. That's like a lot. Like that's
big.
That's a really big price jump.
Yeah,
we pay.
And you've really, in this day and age, you've really got to choose what service you subscribe to as well, because it's not only game subscriptions, there's also a bunch of streaming ones as well. Amazon. And there's the fucking Uber Eats if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, like there's a shitload in life.
Yeah, there's loads of
of all the things that I would like to be subscribed to in life, sad to say, PS Plus is not one of them.
Not when you don't get.
Not anymore.
It's really gone that way. Like it's such a. It didn't really do like. Well,
it's getting expensive now, man.
Yeah. How much is it now a year?
In US dollars for a year, I believe it was $60 and now it's 80.
And for us in the UK, that's like probably like what, £75?
That's too much. I'd rather buy a packet of Monster Munch every week than subscribe to that. And getting a Monster Munch per week probably won't even amount to that. If you're just replacing that with just getting Monster Munch.
Yeah.
I had Monster Munch today. That was a weird analogy. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There are better things to spend your money on than just extra PS Plus for just the same stuff that I'm honestly not getting.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah,
and all
I think
those
that's
free
the road for me
games,
with PS Plus.
I mean, the free games, you don't really play them, do you? Because
I've not got because this year has been stacked with video games. I've not got enough time to play the games I want to play.
There's like free games they give you.
September alone has been completely filled up. Well, let's see. You've got Starfield that came out in September. Baldur's Gate 3, both huge games.
Yeah.
You've also got Lies of P coming out, and Mortal Kombat 1 came out this week as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat 1, Ben, are you interested in the Switch version of Mortal Kombat 1?
Oh my god, I've seen the faces. Holy shit. The meme potential is amazing. Like, oh my god, they're so bad. The comparison, I couldn't believe it. It's
the
like,
Switch cannot take it. It should not have been released in this. It should not have been released for Switch.
So
period.
Bad. No, I don't know why they tried. I don't honestly know why they tried. Oh my god,
bad.
Mortal Kombat 1 was like, oh my god.
This is the only instance where people can make the comparisons to this looks like a PS1, PS2 game because it legit does. It's that bad.
So for the faces,
this is the only instance where you can make the comparison. You're allowed to for this one alone, okay?
The faces don't even emote, Joe. They're static.
I know, they're completely static.
So funny.
So when someone's getting their guts ripped out of the stuff, they're just like neutral expression, as if they're like fucking in a T-pose facial expression. It's like,
funny.
Jesus, it
Ed
looks
Boon came out.
bad.
Ed Boon came out and said this has got to be fixed. Like, he's gonna try and.
They must have known before it was released.
No, I don't know.
They must have known.
Maybe someone else ported it. Maybe
it's bad, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how that got onto the radar unless it was just like, you're releasing it, and because it's more Kombat on the Switch, you're gonna play it anyway, and then you're gonna complain, but it doesn't matter because you still paid for it.
No, maybe, I don't know, man, but that looks bad. It looks really, really, really bad.
It's a shame because the game looks fantastic on other consoles.
Oh yeah, on other systems, yeah.
It's a really good fighting game from what I've not played it.
Yeah.
It's another fighting game that I really want to get back into, like Street Fighter 6, but again, there's too many games that I've not had the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was something funny. Like, I do like the memes coming out of it though. Have you seen some of the memes? They are pretty funny.
Yeah, I've seen like real life people do poses and stuff. It's quite funny.
So, yeah. It's fun when you make a light of a bad situation. Sometimes it can be like
pro Jared Johnny Cage can't hear you. He doesn't exist.
I saw that. It looks like him as well. Yeah.
It's not even like. It's to the point where it's broken because it's got bugs as well.
Yeah, apparently
the backgrounds are so blurry you can't see it. You've got actual characters walking out of the plane, like the 2D plane where you actually play the game. You've got like characters walking out of it and stuff. It's not great.
Yeah, the particle effects. So like when there's a lot of particle effects going on, that game slows down to a halt. Like, it's really bad.
The frames per second goes down, which isn't good for a fighting game.
It's not good for a fighting game. That's the one.
Not at all.
I feel like that's that and character action games are like the two things that you can't have slow frame rate.
They need a high frame rate.
Well, not high, but a consistent.
They need to be high because execution heavy games need that.
But consistent frame rate. As long as it's consistent frame rate, it could lock up 30, but they didn't lock it up 30. I don't know. Yeah. So Mortal Kombat 1, don't buy it on the Switch. Beyond Good and Evil is getting a 20th anniversary edition because it got rated by the ESRB. So that's
just
coming
tired the Beyond Good and Evil 2 fans while they wait for an eternity for it to come out.
Man,
how have they not cancelled that game yet?
I don't know. I don't know why they won't cancel it. It's been so many years, hasn't it? Like, yeah. I feel like, wasn't it also when that game got announced? I remember how ambitious that game was. I was like, this ain't never coming out. Because I remember that they had at one point, they had a community thing where the community was making like assets for the game.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's been in development for about more than, how long now? Almost 10 years now.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in a fucking magazine that it was confirmed and seeing screenshots for it. So they must have chucked that all out the window because
definitely. Yeah, it's completely
with 10
different
years
now.
development time, they've absolutely had multiple builds and they sacked them.
Yeah, no, Beyond Good and Evil's like, I don't know where 2 is, but 20th anniversary edition of 1's coming out, you know?
Woohoo, excited. Get hype for Beyond Good and Evil fans.
Because to play Beyond Good and Evil 1 for the 6th time in a row. Hey. No, okay, no, that game
It'll be the new original Final Fantasy 7 where they just release that game on every single console and they get one hype man on stage being like, the PlayStation! Do you remember that random Japanese dude who presented FF7? I think it was the HD version before the remake was actually a thing.
Oh yeah.
And he was screaming his bollocks off about how hype it was, but people were just thirsting for the remake and no one was impressed.
Yeah,
it's gonna get to that point now.
I remember that.
Where someone's gonna really, really hype it up, and people aren't gonna give a shit because obviously they want to.
Are gonna actually like announce it because like this is like just found on the ESRB, so it is real. But when Ubisoft announce it,
it's in development.
It might be.
I think
it might be hyped
Could have
up.
fooled me.
So who knows?
Oh, who knows, man? This isn't. Honestly, sorry, Ben. This isn't enough to get that horrific Melina Mortal Kombat 1 Switch face out of my head.
It's so funny.
It's engraved into my mind. I'm sorry. It's the only thing I've been thinking about during this Beyond Good and Evil 2
so
talk.
Funny.
It's living in my head rent free.
Okay, so other big news that happened, man. This was pretty big. The next gen Switch was showing off behind closed doors.
Yeah, was this to do with? This wasn't anything to do with the weird Xbox deal, was it? Or the attempted Xbox deal?
No, that's a different story. That's a whole different thing. But this was like Nintendo.
That's a separate leak.
Nintendo showed the next gen Switch, whatever it is, behind closed doors. No, this is to developers and stuff. It got leaked.
Whoops.
Yeah, that got leaked. Or maybe they expected it to get leaked. But basically, it was running, from what they said, it was running the Unreal 5 tech demo for the Matrix. There was like a Matrix tech demo, which was really powerful. It was used for the PlayStation 5 when it was being shown. And it was running, and they showed a more advanced version of Breath of the Wild, the original Breath of the Wild.
I see.
So it was like to show off its power or whatever. I think the next gen Switch, right? This is definitely coming next year. No question. Like, this is definitely a sure bet for next year. But I think it's gonna be on the level of like a PS4. I think that's how powerful we're looking at. And I think
have all the backwards compatibility that you need.
So it will, I think it will be as powerful as a PS4. However, thanks to like Nvidia, you know, Nvidia's tech that they partner with, that it will have the DLSS or whatever, which will beef it up to be able to play PlayStation 5 games, like them sort of level of graphics. Because the fact it says it was running an Unreal Engine 5 tech demo, which is like insanely.
It's talking about like full RTX and the load times and how good they are.
Yeah, so I think that is the case. I think it's not gonna be as powerful as a PS5 or Xbox or whatever. No. But I do think because it's got the DLSS in it, which basically upscales games and graphics and frame rate and stuff, I think that will be how they get around and like get these big ports for like the current gen games. That's how they're gonna do it. I think that DLSS is gonna be the way that they move forward with it. So I think it's gonna be a pretty powerful system then, if that's
hardware the case. Upgrade, and will definitely. I think at this point in time now, it's definitely
needed.
About time for the Switch now.
Yeah. No,
it's been out for a long time. But they know that the Switch is for shit, and that it's all pennies, and they're aware that the hardware isn't as good as it compares. So I think now is probably the time for them to make an upgrade. And
it's a Mortal Kombat 1.
I just hope the marketing is better than the Wii sequel, because I think that's the one thing they're going to avoid at all costs.
I think they're really scared of like how they're going to market this thing as well, because like obviously Nintendo are known. They don't really have a great track record when they announce like the next generation of their systems.
it's a bit of a conundrum as well, because the last time they tried to sell a console that is a lot like the console before it, didn't really sell well, because it's like, well, what's the point of getting this when I've already got a Switch? And
I wonder if it's gonna have.
And yeah, of course, it's got upgraded visuals and runs better, but that was the Wii U shtick as well.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the gamepad was the big gimmick for the Wii U, wasn't it?
That's the thing. Like, but even that wasn't enough.
Yeah,
so
I know. What
are they gonna pull to actually make this console?
It's gotta sell.
What's gonna make people think, oh well, this is actually worth getting it? Because the Switch was such a big jump from the Wii, and that worked out in their favor, because it was such like a big difference from the Wii.
It was revolutionary.
But now it's like they got to solve the conundrum of how do we make it so we're not deviating too much from the Switch because it's a big seller, but also changing it enough to warrant a purchase.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
It's true. It's a tough one. It is a tough one.
I mean, this conundrum there. I'm interested to see how they solve it.
Who knows?
Besides, just like, oh, which is powerful as a PS4.
I mean,
a Wii U was more powerful than the Wii, and look at that. What happened to that?
It's got to do something. And speaking of people who've got to do something,
I'm interested. We should see how it's going to work.
Yeah. Speaking of people who've got to do something, Square Enix stock fell 30%.
Oh yeah,
that was big.
This game did not sell to our expectations.
Oh man, oh my god. No, it wasn't just actually Final Fantasy 16 actually met their expectations, they said.
Yeah, it was annoying because all the articles had that as the fucking picture, and it's like, for fuck's sake, it wasn't Final Fantasy 16. It's all the other games that came out. It was all the other games
before it, man. Yeah, they were clickbaiting that hard.
16 did meet expectations. It was the other ones that didn't, as usual.
Yeah. Like 16 is apparently a very good game. You enjoying 16? So
it's decent play. Yeah. It's a decent play as long as you avoid 80% of the side missions.
Oh man. Oh, side quests are fun though.
The ones, I mean, this is more for the next segment, unless you want to transition over to that now, because we've been on news for a long time. Oh god, there's been a lot happening.
Stuff. So we've got to talk about the Persona 3 Reloaded trailer that came out.
Oh, that just came out today, man. I mean, there's been 3 of them. This one was focused on the quote unquote rival stand group.
That was pretty cool though. I really liked the look of it.
5 o'clock brain is a cruel mistress. The Strugger.
Yeah, Strugger.
And they've revealed more illustrations of characters. And
it's looking good.
I don't want to say too much for new people of Persona 3, but there are scenes that were showing the old one that were showing this trailer updated, and I know I'm gonna cry all over again.
Oh mate, it's looking so good. It's looking so good. I'm really excited for that.
So lots of confirmations from the updates, the many updates, remasters, remakes of Persona 3. Well, not remakes, this is the remake, but re-released versions of Persona 3 have been confirmed, such as the Elizabeth dates are back. I guess has a social link.
I saw.
And a lot of the animations look really good, man, and the voice work sounds cool as well. I know it's not the same voice actors as the last Persona, but from what I've heard from the trailers, they honestly sound like they're doing a really good job. And that's saying something, because you've got a really big shooting gallery of well-known voice actors in the OG. Considering that was years ago. Like, now that voice acting is, well, I was going to say respected, but that's debatable. But now that the voice acting industry has been getting a lot more attention, for better or worse. We've now got loads of new voice actors in the biz. And honestly, it's really cool that Atlas is letting all of these new voice actors flex their chops, because SMT5 also got a lot of quite well new voice actors for its cast as well. We're all thinking, oh, where are our Troy Bakers, our Laura Beatty's, our Matthew Mercers, but they were nowhere in sight. You had a bunch of kind of like new ones, and they all knocked out the park for the most part in SMT5, and they sound amazing in Persona 3 Reload too. So I'm really excited for it, despite the fact that there is no girl protagonist and there is no Fairs Get Over It. I'm still happy that we're getting a remake of an already fantastic game in vanilla form.
Some of that content that they showed, I've never actually experienced, because I only ever played the original Persona 3.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm excited for all that new stuff. So that's pretty cool.
I played Portable and just Portable, so I'm excited to see it like things in 3D for once.
Oh man,
So
that's so
gonna be
funny.
good.
You never even played the original one.
I don't mean the lazy, shitty copy-paste re-release on Steam either. The one recently, the fucking stupid cash grab.
No, you mean the one on the PSP.
I mean the OG PSP. I actually played it on the actual PSP.
Oh man,
I played both the guy route and the girl route, and that's my experience of Persona. It's only been portable, so I'm excited.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Persona 3 Reload.
Oh, okay, and the last...
I still wish... I know I've said this so many times on Discord and other podcasts, but Persona 1 deserved it more. But I understand why there is a remake for Persona 3.
Yeah, I get it.
Cha-ching.
But to be fair, if this does well, if this sells well, like 2 could be down the line or 1 could be down the line.
No,
in the
it'll
future.
be Persona 4 Reload.
Oh, don't.
Game, no. Persona 4 will never die.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Like 2 and 1 could get it. Oh my god. I did see the DLC bonuses, Persona 4 BMGs. Though.
Oh yeah, I saw that as well.
Like,
Persona 4 Golden specifically.
Yeah, I was like...
They do that with all the games, even with SMT games. You can walk around in Nocturne HD with SMT4 tracks playing and shit.
Fair enough.
Anything to get a little extra buck, because we know how greedy Atlas is with their DLC practices.
Yeah, they
and
are.
I expect that Persona 3 will be no different. They've already announced DLC Personas, which I'm absolutely not invested in because I actually won a challenge in the game.
Yeah, I don't want
so
to.
Absolutely not for say. They're cool, but
they'll make it too easy.
They'll make it a cakewalk.
Yeah, they will. The last big piece of news. Microsoft,
Did they try it again? I've been hearing things.
So Microsoft, they have that whole thing for Activision Blizzard or whatever. Trying to buy them or whatever. And so basically the FTC documents, Microsoft accidentally leaked them themselves. It wasn't the FTC that leaked these.
Oopsie-doodle.
Microsoft leaked these documents these are from like 2020, but it had all their plans in it. It has like the new Xbox refresh. It has Bethesda's lineup of games, which, by the way, I will say, one of them.
Yikes!
It's got all their games up to I think 2025. So pretty. Some interesting stuff in there though. Do you want to know what Bethesda's lineup is?
I'm reading a lot more on how this monopolization that Microsoft is going for is gonna keep gamers losing.
I did hear about there is one thing that's been pointed out where Microsoft, an email from Microsoft got leaked out about them trying to basically in 2020 they thought they could their goal is to buy Nintendo.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No,
I recall that last time they got laughed at.
Yeah,
or something like that, when they actually
Phil
came forth and tried it.
Phil Spencer, mate, like honestly, like Nintendo are riding high and they've got like a shit ton of money.
Man's got cojones to try it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lie.
Like I don't know what you.
He's nothing if not brave or possibly very foolish.
I think he's just trying to save face, to be honest. I don't really think that he actually legit meant he was gonna buy Nintendo. Yeah,
they're weird with their comments and what they say, Microsoft. They also said that they might exit gaming if Xbox Game Pass doesn't perform well.
Yeah,
it's like, no, you're not.
Probably not. Probably not.
They're probably not.
No. I mean, so this was Bethesda's lineup though, man. This was insane. Like some of the stuff that got leaked. I don't know if I should say it. Maybe I'll
Did Elder Scrolls 6 stuff get leaked?
Oh yeah, no, that's on there. Yeah.
Oh wow.
They expected. No, it's really funny on that thing about Elder Scrolls 6. I won't say. Do you want to know any unannounced games or not?
Not really, to be honest.
Okay, I won't tell you then. But
one I never trust, even if they are leaks, because I still like credible sources from my leaks.
Joe, this is 100% credible. This is from the actual court hearing.
Oh, whoops.
So all these games are real.
Okay.
So yeah, these are 100% credible. This is when I mean leak, I mean like this isn't coming from an anonymous source. This is coming from Xbox themselves accidentally releasing the documents from the court hearing.
Yeah.
So basically, the next Xbox is gonna be in 2028. They basically the next generation of Xbox, whatever that is, will be in 2028 is their plan. But these plans could change, obviously. These are from 2020. The next mid-gen refresh is coming next year for Xbox.
Alright.
Which is going to be a discless, which is really sad. It's going to be a discless mid-fresh. Like there's no. So that's all digital game parts. You know, they want that all digital future. Which I don't really agree with. I don't like this all digital future thing. Call me old, but I like to have the physical sometimes. Sometimes I think...
like it on your shelf.
Yeah, yeah.
I only go digital if I want the game now, and I've got plenty of memory, and I'm not too fussed about having it on my shelf. So
yeah.
The option's there, but it would be a little bit displeasing if everything was digital.
Exactly, because then also...
Of course, out of touch, but it's nice to have the novelty of just having the case on display on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
And plus, discs are usually, most of the time, less memory when actually downloading it.
Okay.
For the most part.
Yeah, exactly. Because you do...
Ben Starr wants to buy a Nintendo too, apparently.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was funny.
What a lad.
Oh, he's funny. He's been doing loads of those.
I've seen his tweets.
I love. He's been doing.
You see his audition for Mario.
Oh yeah, I did. It was hilarious. Yeah, yeah. He's the guy who plays Clive, right? He's
Clive, the main character in F16. Yeah.
He's really funny.
Speaking of, we should probably move on then, because it's this has been a fucking long public.
Anyway, if you guys want to find out. If you guys want to find out about Bethesda's lineup, which there are some juicy nuggets in there, I'm not gonna lie. You can look it up yourself. I won't spoil it for people unless these are legit like leaks that are actually happening. So anyway, there's that.
Look them up.
Okay, that's it.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much for watching part 2. We'll see you back in part 3.
Cool. I was gonna say, Ben, I need to pause quickly because I was supposed to be cooking dinner at half 5.
I'm sorry.
It's 5:30.
Oh god.
That's why I was like, we should probably move on.
Oh shit, sorry. Okay.
That's alright. I'm just gonna quickly go tell my parents what's going down. I'll figure out. No, hold on. Well, I'll figure out from there. I'm just gonna let them know, okay, and I'll come back to you. I'll be right back here.
Okay, I won't stop the recording. Don't stop the recording, yeah?
Yeah, I've not stopped it.
Okay, cool.
I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.